On Sunday, the whole of Tirana will come to a complete standstill, much to the delight of road users, because Tirana is holding the 7th marathon. And it will consist of not just a full marathon, which is 42 kilometres, but a half marathon of 21 kilometres, a 10K race and a 5K fun run as well. There will be several thousand participants coming from all over Albania, the region, and even further afield. Now, this is my fourth or fifth, I'm not quite sure, I was trying to figure it out, but this is going to be my second half marathon. I was somebody who, when at school, could not run to save my life and used to fake letters to my teacher to get out of taking part in running. It's true, and my mum said, you know, I knew very well that you used to forge my signature. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, so I could never, ever run. And then I had some problems with my health, and the doctor said, you need to move. So I started walking, but I found it boring, and gradually I started running, and now this is going to be my third half marathon. And during those years, since I started running 3 years ago, I lost 50 kilos as well. So I just wanted to say that because I'm quite proud of that. So I'm very excited to take part in the event on Sunday, because it's always an amazing experience to run with a big group of people. And I am running this year as a part of a team with Down Syndrome Albania. And we are running to raise money for a very valuable cause. And today we're going to talk a bit about the cause, the marathon, running in general. And I'm joined in the studio today by Rizata Chowshay, who's a journalist, an analyst, a researcher, an all-round genius in very many things. She's
my friend, so...
She's also a good friend of mine, so I have to disclose that as well. And by Edleva, who is a student and is taking part in the 10K race. And we are joined online by Arnie Demilia in the UK, who is more British than me, we've established. And he's coming all the way from the UK to Albania to take part in the race. So good afternoon to everybody and welcome to Inside Albania.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Good afternoon.
So I want to start with Arnie. Now, Arnie, you've been living in the UK for 25 years, which is longer than I ever lived there for. Yeah. So this is great. You have a business there. You have a family there. You have children in the UK. Why the UK? I mean, I never liked the country, hence why I'm in Albania. But what's life like in the UK, especially in the context, you know, last year we discussed between ourselves as well. There were issues with migration into the UK. There was some horrible rhetoric in the media about Albanians. What's life like in the UK for you?
Alice, thank you for inviting me to your program. And hello, everyone over there. UK, a lot of people a lot of British probably, they do think that outside the UK things are better. It possibly could be for somebody else, but for me as a business owner, I found myself with great people around surrounding me, and I started growing myself from just an individual person to become an adult and to be successful in business, what I do right now.
It's great to hear. I mean, but do you miss anything from Albania at all? Or do you fully sort of integrated into the UK now?
I would say I'm more English than Albanian. I miss sunshine.
You know, people ask me, what do you miss from England? And I'm like, Indian food or like decent Thai food. And they're like, that's not English. And I'm like, this is why I left. The food is terrible. So you are taking part tomorrow on Sunday in the half marathon, if that's correct. And you are running again to support money for Down Syndrome Albania. You just said, you know, you feel more British in a way than Albanian. So what is it that encourages you to come back to Albania, take part in a race and raise money for a local charity?
Right. Firstly, I'm going to surprise you guys. I'm going to do a 42.2 kilometer run, full marathon. And secondly, I do get involved in quite a lot of charities. Since the lockdown, I think it was an eye-opener for most of many people, including myself. I kind of feel like obliged of doing something for my own people. That's where I put all my effort to raise the funds to my customers and friends for the Albanian, mainly for the Albanian. And I could actually proudly say today I've raised 4,130 euros for Down Syndrome Albania.
Well done. Well done. That's fantastic. And I love hearing that you are doing these activities, these fundraising activities in the UK as well as Albania. But why Down Syndrome Albania? Why did you decide to get involved with fundraising for this organisation?
To me, any charity in Albania is the same. It doesn't really matter who is for. It's for my own people, for my own DNA. So these people I'm helping, I'm sharing the DNA. I'll be more than welcome to help even other charities in Albania, which I think it was Emma and Daniel who I was friends with them, and they introduced me and they asked me for help. And the first year I was a donor to Down Syndrome Albania. Second year, last year, I ran half a marathon for the Down Syndrome Albania. And this year, I'm going to do the full marathon.
Rosata, my long-term friend, this is the first race that you've ever run, I believe.
Sure.
Yes?
Yes.
Now, you said off air you were signed up to do the 5K, but you might consider doing the 10K. Can we get you to do the 10K on Sunday, please?
So obviously the main reason why I wanted to join first is to support Down Syndrome Albania campaign to collect funds and to cover therapies for children with disabilities, especially because I am parent to a child, 6-year-old boy who's on the autism spectrum. So I'm one of the direct beneficiaries of this campaign, and I'm very grateful to be part of it, to contribute, and to also directly thank the people who's had these ideas and who have been working for this idea. So a couple of months back, my plan, especially being fresh of maternity, was to just join the 10K. And I thought it was a good moment to start moving. You know, I was very optimistic. And I thought, okay, I have time. I will train.
Plenty of time. I can do it.
I have 2 months. I will do it, you know.
And you didn't.
Wrong. Wrong. It was completely unrealistic, especially because I have a 1-year-old who I had to start in nursery, and then I started a new job, and then I took a couple of engagements, which I do the whole time, and which is why I'm not the most athletic person you will meet. But I still want to do it.
Yes.
And I still think I will do the 10K, but I will not be the most athletic person. I will probably be the turtle.
Don't worry, because the first 10K I ever did, I was hungover, 1.5 months pregnant, I didn't know, and had not trained. And I did it. I finished. I couldn't walk for about a week afterwards. It was difficult, but the achievement of being able of finishing, limping, crawling over the finish line was just
But it is a learning experience. So the next year, I really want to do it. So now I have time and I have the experience to really prepare for it. So I'll go for it next year, people.
That's on the record. You're going to do the 10K on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And now I have to do it. Everyone will shame me if I don't.
Can you tell us a bit more about the work that DSA do, the sort of services they provide to Albanian children?
Yeah, basically, Down Syndrome Albania is doing this campaign because there are no funds from the government, but also from other sources like projects. They offer no money to cover therapeutic costs, which is harrowing for parents who cannot afford such therapies because they are expensive and because there are 100 other problems that most people maybe who are not in the community probably are not aware of. So they are really helpful. They have 42 children and only 5 of them cover the cost themselves. The other are helped either fully or partially. They offer therapies like logopedia, development therapy, helping with developing children's skills.
And it's not just, so the name is Down Syndrome Albania, but it's not just Down syndrome.
No,
it covers learning
children with the
neurological conditions.
Yeah, as I said, children with the autism spectrum, Down syndrome, other developmental disorders. it's a whole range of
Yes.
some sort of disability that they cover. And they are one of the few centers that offer coverage for the therapies. And that's why this campaign is really, really important.
Yes.
And I can tell this as one of the beneficiaries, it would be impossible for me to cover the cost because I lived outside of Tirana, so I have to come here every day. I have to think very well of every working opportunity that it's offered to me. So I've lost countless opportunities, me and my husband. Every day has to be planned to cater to your child needs because early intervention in children is very important.
Yes. Edleva, so tell me a bit about, you told me off air that you used to be a professional basketball player. How did you start running? What are you running on Sunday and what's your goal?
So yeah, I used to be a professional basketball player years back. So I've been having a pause of it. And during this pause, I really missed it, being back to the track, running, training. So joining the marathon is a personal reason as well, because I want to, get back on myself. It's a new experience. I'm challenging myself. I'm not trying to win this time, but I want to leave a good performance at least. So, and I'm running 10K. And the reason I'm running 10K, because of the long pause I have, and because I'm joining with my friends. Because the whole purpose of this campaign is to get, awareness for the Down syndrome Albania. So joining with friends, just bigger support, bigger foundation, and donate money to the Down syndrome Albania. And it's in a professional way as well. So my business, Study in UK, is contributing as well in this foundation. And that helps to reach to my clients, to my friendships, and to reach more people.
And what time would you like to finish the 10K in on Sunday?
I really
going to put me to shame.
Less than an hour, but yeah. That said, I'm trying to do this with my friends, and my friends are not as athletic as I used to be. So we want to just, have a good time, enjoying it, and,
contribute for a good cause as well.
So the main reason is to contribute to support Down syndrome Albania.
And I wanted to ask as well about your training. So aside from basketball, do you run in Tirana? Do you run around the lake park, the city? I'm asking because I run from my house to the lake, around the lake, back again, like in the streets, when my boyfriend said to me, please don't run in our neighborhood because everyone thinks you're crazy, this big, tall English girl running around in shorts and a crop top, they talk about you. They're like, where's she going? Why is she running? Who's she running away from?
That's true, unfortunately. So we Albanian, we don't have this culture of people running, doing physical activities, it's not in their culture. So when you see this, you're like shameful, like what she's doing, like that. So usually I run inside doors. I do train a lot in basketball, so I enjoy training, running while I'm doing the sport as well. Outside of the doors, it's a bit tough, and we don't have the right place as well. We don't have running tracks out in the parks or whatever. We miss this type of things as well. So
I'm lucky. I live next to the park, so we have the new running track there. So if I don't want people to think. I
have the same challenge, though I live in the outskirts of Durrës, and I have the same problem.
But you can't run on the roads there, or
they are car roads basically, just outside our home, and you have no space, not even for people to walk, let alone to run. So you have to watch your back all the time. It's a bit discouraging, to be honest. Yeah. I always ask myself, would it be more motivating for me if there was the space?
But can we normalize women running in public?
Sure, I'd love to.
We are three women.
I've done this before.
I've been spat at by an elderly woman in the lake park once who told me to cover up in August when I was running, which was just terrible. Can we normalise women running in public and wearing appropriate clothing for doing so?
Do you know what I think? But my own experience, years back when I started playing basketball, I was just a teenager, and then I was wearing shorts and going to the neighborhood, and the people was like, why is she just wearing shorts? Why is she in the sport course instead of being like an English course or doing something else, like benefits her in the future?
Sewing, cooking.
So years back, when I'm back from England, I'm back here in Albania, and I just look at the neighborhood, I see half of the kids there playing basketball because a new training center opened near to our neighborhood. So all these women who told me to cover up, not to start doing basketball play or whatever, they send their children to this training centers. I'm like, they will get better with the time.
Do you have any a couple of small tips for people who are watching this, who might be thinking, oh, maybe I should take up running, or who are thinking these people are crazy, but are maybe a bit interested in trying it?
So if you start walking and then you start jogging slowly, and then eventually your lung is like a balloon. The more you blow in the balloon, the bigger the balloon gets. That's how your lungs will become. So just start slowly. Starting is very important. You start too fast, you burn yourself out. Start slowly, and then let your body, your mind and your body work together.
Rosata, I have another question for you. How much money have we raised so far for DSA, and what is our target? Or the other way around, depending on the answer.
Yeah, so the target is 30,000 euros, and we are very close, a little over 29,000 as of now. We hope to reach the target, and everybody is very welcome to contribute. You can reach us very easily through socials. You can search Down Syndrome Albania, you can search Rosarta Tausha, you can search Maratonomac, and you can reach us, reach our GoFundMe account, and you can donate and you can join in this cause should you feel enough committed, and it's a good cause, I think.
Yep.
Could I say something
Yes,
in that,
please do.
please, girls? In UK, in here, like I'm a hairdresser, and then I've been raising all this money in my shop with my clients and with my friends. So 98% of my customers, of my friends, I've been asking, they've been donating. In Albania, if you look around, everyone is drinking a coffee.
True.
How much is one coffee? So €1, if I'm wrong.
In block,
right or wrong?
maybe, between 50 cents and €1.
If all of us at DS will put €1 on donation, we will make the 30,000 euros our target.
Last question for you. So we've asked people, to donate if they're able to. Do you have another message for people who maybe are going to complain about Tirana being closed on Sunday because of the race? And also what people can do to encourage runners on the day?
I think support is very important, donate is very important. So the reason why we've joined us is just to bring our awareness to this foundation. So I think we're doing our best. And people being mad that Tirana is going to be closed on Saturday, okay, good. Be mad and come join to us by running. That madness will keep you going.
Cheer us on.
Finish you the 10K. So even the small contribution helps a lot. If you're not unable to do so, bringing awareness, spreading the word to other people helps a lot as well. So just do so.
Come and cheer us on or sign up to take part.
I mean, we understand people, it's just one day and it's for a good cause.
And less pollution as well. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on Sunday, Arnie. Have a safe trip to Albania. And good luck.
Yep.
Good luck.
Good luck to us.
That's all for this week. Wish me luck for the race tomorrow, and we will be back next Saturday on Euronews Albania at 5 o'clock. You can also follow on YouTube and across all major podcasting platforms such as Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. Mirapavshin.